What is going on, guys? It is Wrestlelamia here, back with another video. A Saturday night's main event is back for the first time since 2008 with 4 title matches and a heated grudge match. Join us now as we recap the show, as well as look at the good, the bad, and the downright ugly. First, let's start off with a recap as Jesse the Body Ventura shows up complete in feather boa and chats about the show with Raw announcer Joe Tessitore. Michael Cole is then joined by a returning Pat McAfee in the announce booth, which was a great surprise. But the first match on the card sees Sami Zayn versus Drew McIntyre. Sami attacks Drew before the bell, punishing the Scottish Warrior and taking control. Drew rebounds and it's a brutal back and forth until Sami is sent out of the ring. McIntyre blasts Sami with a Claymore kick when he returns to the ring, and that's it as McIntyre gets the 1-2-3. Sami Zayn continues the streak of never defeating Drew McIntyre. WWE Hall of Famers Tito Santana, Jimmy Hart, and Rich Herring are seen at ringside. Next up is the Women's World Championship match as champion Liv Morgan takes on Io Sky. It's a fast-paced match that features no outside interference, making for an exciting bout. Io goes for the moonsault to end things, but Morgan raises her knees and lands in Oblivion, covering Sky for the win as Liv Morgan retains with a bloody nose. After the bout, Rhea Ripley then confronts Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez, but there's no physicality, just a hint that the Eradicator isn't finished with her. Next up is a triple threat match for the World Heavyweight Championship as champion Gunther takes on Finn Balor and Damian Priest. And it's anyone's match for the taking as Gunther faces 2 former world champions. Everyone has their moment when it looks like they'll get the win, but the ring general lives up to his name, taking Priest out with a powerbomb onto the ring steps and then dispatching Finn Balor with a powerbomb, covering him for the 1-2-3, as Gunther retains the World Heavyweight Championship. Next is the Women's United States Championship Tournament Finals as Chelsea Green with Piper Niven takes on Michin. Now, Piper Niven is at ringside and assists Piper anytime Michin is thrown outside the ring. Both women take things to the top rope and Green surprises Michin with an unprettier from the second rope, covering her for the win and the title. Chelsea Green becomes the inaugural Women's United States Champion. Nick Aldis presents Chelsea with a championship belt as Piper Niven lifts Green on her shoulders for a much celebrated win. And finally, it's then time for the main event, as it's the Undisputed WWE Championship match as champion Cody Rhodes takes on Kevin Owens. Now, Cody throws Owens out of the ring and dives out after him. Unfortunately, Rhodes seems to land wrong on his injured ankle, raising questions about whether he'll be at 100%. KO is aggressive while the American Nightmare works through a bum wheel, but an incredible string of bad luck keeps Owens from selling the deal as 2 different referees are then taken out inadvertently. Cody then capitalizes, grabbing a steel chair Owens intended to use and landing the crossroads on it as the referee then makes the count for the 1-2-3 as Cody Rhodes retains the World Heavyweight Championship. But then we got more action after the show went off the air. Owens came back to the ring and delivered a package pile driver straight onto Rhodes, beating him down and then stealing his title. This led to Rhodes being stretchered out of the ring. But after Rhodes tried to escape, Triple H was at the entrance trying to stop him, and the confrontation got heated with Triple H almost ready to fight him. Why they didn't show that on the air is beyond me, because this was the best moment of Saturday night's main event. But that was a quick recap of the show. What about the good, the bad, and the downright ugly? As always, we start off with the good as number 1, a cool cold open. Now, tonight's show opened up with a retro opening, highlighting Saturday night's main event's rich legacy while preparing fans for today's stars in action. WWE used Animotion's song Obsession as the opening theme, just like the original. Number 2, delightful details. Now, Saturday night's main event had a retro look, with WWE adding some great nods to the past. This included referees wearing old-school blue shirts with black bow ties, the wrestlers walking the aisle with steel security guardrails on each side, and the ring having the red, white, and blue ropes. Jesse the Body was decked in his trademark boa feathers and talked trash about Cody Rhodes, reminding fans of how he favors the heels. Number 3, WWE adds a modern touch. Now, while Saturday night's main event looked a lot like the original show, WWE infused modern elements such as lights, a modest entrance screen, and of course, superstar music. The WWE took a less is more approach, which made the show all the better to look at. Number 4, the return of Pat McAfee. Now, Michael Cole had a pleasant surprise for fans as his BFF Pat McAfee showed up to provide color commentary, reminding fans of what they can look forward to when McAfee returns to call Raw on Netflix once his football obligations are over. Pat didn't miss a beat and he provided humor and an enthusiastic fan's approach to things as usual. Number 5, no fan left behind. A big hits to the WWE for familiarizing viewers with the wrestlers involved in matches and the various storylines driving said contests. Whether it was Michael Cole bringing fans up to the speed, the WWE using graphics to show each competitor's accomplishments, or hype videos, the WWE made it easy for anyone to tune in to watch and enjoy the show. Number 6. Chelsea's shout out to her husband. Now, Chelsea Green's ring attire was quite the sight, as Green has shown herself to be a fashion plate of the women's division. Tonight, Green also sent a shout out to her real-life husband Matt Cardona by wearing the one-legged tights reminiscent of Cardona's days as Zack Ryder. Number 7. A well-deserved win. A congratulations to Chelsea Green for winning the Women's United States Championship. Green has worked hard ever since returning to WWE in 2023, wasting no opportunity as she's continued reaching for the proverbial brass ring in the WWE. While Green can't be ruled out as a future world champion, the US title is the right belt for her right now, as she can continue showcasing the many things she's brought to the ring and hopefully elevate challengers vying for a title. Number 8. Gunther delivers again. Gunther's triple threat match against Priest and Balor was a terrific showcase for Gunther while he put over the merits of his two challengers. The ring general didn't have the same amount of time he normally does on TV or PLEs, but he capitalized on every minute, condensing his methodical style into a somewhat faster paced match that didn't seem rushed. Gunther winning was the right choice, and a reminder that taking the title off him could prove more challenging than when he held the Intercontinental Championship. Number 9. You've still got it. Jesse the Body Ventura delivered some great lines, reminding longtime fans why he was such a legend in the broadcast booth and entertaining a new generation of fans with his strong opinions. While the Body wasn't the first heel commentator, he took things to new heights, and he continued so tonight, telling it like it is while pointing out babyface hypocrisy such as Cody using a chair and the injustice to Kevin Owens such as that ref bump that kept him from getting a 3 count. And the Winged Eagle flies again. WWE's trip down memory lane culminated in the big surprise that Triple H and Cody Rhodes teased for the show, the return of the classic Winged Eagle WWE Championship belt. Although this was a one-night only appearance, it was fun to see and it was the icing on the cake as far as tonight's nostalgia-packed show went. We absolutely love the fact that they didn't even change anything from the belt. It still looks glorious, the way it's originally supposed to be. But that was the good. What about the bad? It's number 1, commercial after commercial. Now, fans have heard about banger after banger, but tonight's Saturday night's main event was commercial after commercial, with WWE seemingly forgetting how to book matches on a traditional show with TV commercials. Now, granted, fans knew that this would be like Raw and SmackDown and their matches would have commercial interruptions. However, tonight's show fell apart as the commercials often seem random, interrupting already short matches. Things were even worse during the picture-in-picture, which had to aggravate fans even further. Number 2, a predictable night. Triple H wasn't taking chances tonight, as it was seen by many as a very predictable show. There were no surprise winners or shocking title switches. Instead, fans watched entertaining but white bread style matches reminiscent of a merry-go-round rather than a huge roller coaster. As we've noted before, the WWE is doing so fantastic financially that it'd be foolish to shake things up too much right before the Royal Rumble or even Raw on Netflix. Saturday night's main event may have been booked like a PLE, but it was a watered down version that had to disappoint longtime fans. Number 3, where's Randy? Randy Orton was nowhere to be seen tonight, a major letdown for fans hoping to see the Viper return and get some payback on Kevin Owens for pile driving him a few weeks back. As we mentioned, WWE didn't seem eager to rock the boat, but an appearance by Orton could have turned this into a much better show. Number 4, why Rhea why? I know Rhea Ripley didn't have to betray anyone or take any wrestler out. Instead, fans were asking why Rhea showed up after Liv Morgan's win over Io Sky. Her appearance seemed as random as possible, especially since she didn't attack her sworn enemy. Once again, Triple H seemed more intent on popping the crowd than making the show make some sense. And an overbooked mess. Cody Rhodes vs Kevin Owens was an overbooked match that essentially fell apart. Both wrestlers were under the gun to finish the match before 10 PM, and to their credit, they packed quite a lot of action into a 12-minute match. Nevertheless, it was a sloppy affair with 2 referee bumps that made this look like something from the late 90s WWF and WCW, and it reeked of lazy booking. Now, there was nothing downright ugly in this show, but tonight's show was a booking equivalent of painting numbers. Although Triple H books the WWE far better than his predecessor, his approach to Saturday night's main event was disappointing as he didn't want to do anything unusual. Triple H used formula, nostalgia, and a bit of hot-shotting, presumably with the intent of luring in new viewers to the WWE product, but you have to wonder if he delivered anything regular fans will want to see 4 times a year. Now, they do get a pass since this was the first edition of Saturday night's main event in years, but Triple H and company need to take a critical look at the show and see how to improve it so it doesn't come off a little bit more than just a house show with some bright lights. There's potential for WWE to use this show to expand its reach, but it can't book things too safely if it wants to compete with many other sports and entertainment programs on TV and cable. Of course, if the ratings deliver, NBC and the WWE probably won't even care. But there you have it, our recap and review of Saturday night's main event. What did you guys think of the show? Let us know in the comments down below, and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.